let's learn a little bit about scene management as well as controlling the player state. So right now, when I run my game, there's a bit of an issue. Well, the first issue is there's not much of a game to it yet, but what happens if I fall off the platform? I fall forever. I want this level to restart once I'm falling, after I've fallen a certain distance, maybe, I don't know, 5-10 units, something not that far actually. So I'm going to go under my player controller, and I need to add a little bit of information so that I can control the out of bounds state of this player. So what I'm going to do is in my update, one thing that I probably should do at this point in time is actually change the way that I've written my code. Refactor is what we call this. So I'm going to create a method, a private void called manage inputs. Inputs. And I'm going to have this be the method that deals with my input management. And then in my update, I'm just going to reference that method, just so that my code is a little bit more organized. Now, down below, I'm going to make a new method, private void, and I'm going to call this check out of bounds. And what this method is meant to do is update every frame and check to see if I'm out of bounds. I'm going to set the boundaries myself, and if I am, it's going to restart the level so that I'm spawned back at the beginning. So, how do I check if I'm out of bounds? Well, I need to create an if statement for some conditional logic. And I'm going to check to see if I've fallen too far vertically, which is the y-axis. So I'm going to check my position, my y position. And I'm going to say if it's less than or equal to something like maybe -5 for now. Let's see how that looks. Because right now our ball actually starts at 0. And yeah, if we go down something like, yeah, down like -5, maybe even less would be fine. So like, yeah, just a bit above 0 is where it starts. Yeah, that seems like a decent number. And so if I'm below that place, then I need to do something. Well, for now, let's just do a little bit of a log to the console. I don't think I've shown this to you guys yet. This is just going to pop up a message in my console that I've gone out of bounds for some testing. I should see it down here, and I should also see it in my console. So let's actually open up our console, and now fall and out of bounds, out of bounds. It keeps on shouting over and over and over. If I go collapse, it'll show how many times this message has been called. Over 1,700, gonna break the 2,000 mark now. So cool, I'm actually able to trigger that state properly. Let's not log it anymore, let's actually perform some functionality. And here's how we control information about our scene. Something called the scene manager. Now the first time you type this in, Unity might give you an error because we don't actually have a using import for it. But luckily I can just click on the left and actually have it do an auto import. Now I have my scene management being used in this class. And my scene manager, I'm going to tell it to load a scene. Now I need to know what scene it is. Well, I could load scene 0, which is the first scene that will be loaded in because I know it's level 1. But I want this to be as generalized as possible for the long run of my game. So what I want it to be able to do is reload the current scene so that I can use this player in any amount of scenes and it will always behave the way I want it to. Here's how we do this. I'm going to open up my scene manager or access it again. And I have this functionality called get active scene. And that's going to check the current scene that I'm in. And inside of the scene, I have this field called build index. This is the number of which scene I'm currently at. So basically I'm saying, hey, scene manager for Unity, load my current scene. Hey Unity, load my current scene. Let's see if this works. Now when I run my game, if I fall off the edge and start plummeting, I should, bam, be restarted in my scene. And now I can try again at this level. So now I have some ability to have some continuity of play. Don't have to keep on restarting every time I fall off into the endless void. And in the next tutorial, we're going to add some stuff to interact with in our world.